Is this all Kamala Harris has to offer foundational black American voters? Sad. Just sad.
Now available in paperback and e-readers. E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a wicked werewolf in this action-packed all-new E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman in paperback and e-readers today.
Better get the cool slow, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. Rapper Megan Thee Stallion took to the stage and embarrassed the black race by participating in a twerking routine at a rally for Vice President Kamala Harris's presidential campaign. Now, at this event that took place in Atlanta, rapper Megan Thee Stallion and a pair of dancers took to the stage to open up the rally that Vice President Kamala Harris was having, and they participated in a rap and dance routine where Megan Thee Stallion and these dancers participated in twerking and shaking their backsides for everyone to see during this rally for Kamala Harris's presidential race. Now, this whole display was basically embarrassing, and embarrassing because it looked like something not out of a campaign rally, but looked like something straight out of a minstrel show from the 1930s, and the way these women were dancing and shaking their backsides was not something that would be considered to be respectable as related to a presidential campaign, and really shows how little respect the people in the Blue Party have for foundational black Americans as related to getting their votes, because they hope that by participating in these kinds of displays, what it will do is get people emotional and make them believe that Kamala Harris really cares about them. But this whole display basically shows how little respect Kamala Harris has for foundational black Americans to go out here and get an entertainer who basically has no respect for black people or the black image as related to our issues, because this whole display again was something that would be better suited for a minstrel show rather than something as serious as a political rally. Now, what Kamala Harris is doing here is no different than what Bill Clinton did when he made his appearance on the Arsenio Hall show back in 1992 and played the saxophone. And by playing the saxophone, he managed to convince a lot of black voters that he was down for their cause and made them believe that he was for them. However, when it came to Bill Clinton's 8 years in political office, he really was not for black voters and looking to provide us with any tangibles. No, during the 8 years in his office, he went out here and implemented oppressive policies on black constituencies, such as the 1994 crime bill written by Joe Biden, and the 3 strikes and you're outlaw, many laws that were meant to oppress foundational black Americans who got pacified by the entertainment of Bill Clinton. And that's what Megan Thee Stallion is looking to do here with Kamala Harris. What she's looking to do is go out here and pacify black female voters in making them believe that by participating in this ostentatious display, what she's going to do is basically show how down she is with black women, when in actuality, when it comes to Kamala Harris, she is nowhere near connected to foundational black Americans at all. No, Kamala Harris is a Jamaican and Indian mixed-race woman who does not identify with black people unless it is convenient for her, like it was back in 2020 when Joe Biden recruited her to be his running mate, and recruited her to be his running mate only because what Joe Biden wanted to do was go out here and try to get the black vote without providing anything tangible to foundational black Americans. And he thought by participating in that empty symbolic gesture, he would go out here and convince black people that he was interested in supporting black people because he had a black identified person and not a foundational black American. This was the same trick that was used issues with Barack Obama, who we were told was the first black president, but what really was not someone who was fully black. He was biracial, the son of a Kenyan African man and a white woman. And because of this, he basically was a chocolate covered white man because the culture taught to him was that of a white woman and not that of a foundational black American man. And Barack Obama really wasn't concerned with the issues. Yes, he was black appearing on the outside, but he wasn't really a black person, and what they wanted to do basically was use him to make it look like they were making progress passively, but aggressively. Barack Obama was not about supporting black issues. And what's being done here with Megan Thee Stallion is they're going out here and using an entertainer to basically go out here and make it look like this black female is down as related to our politics, but she is no more down than Sean P. Diddy Combs was down with the Vote or Die campaign. No, Megan Thee Stallion basically is a tool that Kamala Harris is using to try to further drive that wedge between black male and black female voters who basically are looking to stay home in 2024 because there's nothing really tangible on the table for us foundational black Americans as related to our votes. And this display, which basically was something straight out of a minstrel show, shows that there really isn't anything on the table for us because Kamala Harris does not see foundational black Americans as a voting bloc that she takes seriously. No, from this display that she allowed Megan Thee Stallion to participate in, it's clear that Kamala Harris doesn't see black people's issues as something she takes seriously. No, because if she really saw black people's issues as something serious, she wouldn't be having Megan Thee Stallion coming out here telling us that she's got hotties for Harris. No, she would be sitting down and talking to foundational black American women about the issues they are concerned about, such as getting proper health care, because health care in black communities is absolutely atrocious, and that's a tangible many foundational black American women really want to have talked about. Moreover, many foundational black American women want to have an issue done about many of these road police officers who are going after people like Sonia Massey, because now that these rogue police officers who are a part of white supremacy know that they can no longer go get their jollies from destroying the lives of black men, they're looking to escalate their behavior by going after black women like Sonia Massey. But you don't really see Kamala Harris looking to talk about those issues, again, like health care for black women or dealing with the issues as related to actual police reform and an anti-black hate crime bill, serious issues that foundational black American women would have. No, what she wants to do is go out here and use a celebrity to try to speak for black women and look to use that celebrity's influence to persuade those black women into looking to vote for Kamala Harris as related to her just being another so-called sister. But when we look at Kamala Harris's record, she is not looking to support the sisters. No, she's not looking to support the sisters at all, and that's what flies over many people's heads regarding these types of displays. These types of displays are designed to distract black women and get them caught up in their feelings to say, oh, she got Megan Thee Stallion on her side, so if she got Megan Thee Stallion on her side, then Kamala Harris is cool with us. This is the same play from the Barack Obama playbook, but it really is one that will be detrimental to our sisters, because when it came to Kamala Harris, she's not for black women. Again, I said in the previous video, she's not with you, sisters. No, she's not with you, and that's shown by her record, where after she persecuted black men in California, she then went to persecute black women in California when she was the Attorney General, looking to put black women in prison for their kids being truant, and basically looked to persecute a woman who was homeless and had no real way to control her children. I mean, this woman has no regard for black women because she doesn't see herself as black at all. No, she doesn't see herself as black at all. And that's why she could allow Megan Thee Stallion to headline her rally, because she doesn't really care about black people or black women's images, because Megan Thee Stallion basically on that stage embarrassed the black race by participating in that modern day minstrel show. And again, if this was a true to the game sister, she wouldn't have allowed that to go on stage, because that really, one, disrespects the image of black women, and two, disrespects the office that she's trying to get, because there was nothing dignified or respectable about anything in that rally. If anything, everything in that rally basically mirrored that of everything in one of these Trump rallies, as related to looking to polarize the audience and get the audience emotional, where they're thinking about voting on feelings and not looking to vote on an agenda. And that's where black women and black men, we have to keep our focus, because it's not about some entertainer telling us who to vote for. No, entertainers should have no place in our whole political discourse. No, entertainers should not be persuading us at all to do anything at all, whether it be P. Diddy with his Vote or Die campaign, Ice Cube with his contract with Black America. We should not be letting anybody stand in our way and tell us who to vote for as related to things. No, the political process, like the late David Carroll tried to tell us, is something that we as a community need to hammer out. And we need to hammer it out where we as a people get out of our feelings and come together on our issues and lay out our agenda. And as we lay out our agenda, we go from laying out the agenda to picking our candidates who will represent our agenda and be accountable to us. That's what we as foundational black Americans need to be doing, instead of allowing ourselves to be distracted by two-bit entertainers who basically are looking to shill for these parties, to get a piece of the crumbs from the master's table, and not looking to bring any bread back to the black community. Because what Megan Thee Stallion is she's a bootleg who basically is working for leftist Hollywood, and working for leftist Hollywood to manipulate many of you foundational black Americans in order to go out and vote for her based on your emotions, because you're spellbound by her celebrity. And as you're spellbound by her celebrity, you're thinking, oh, she's just like us. No, she's not like you at all. No, she's been compromised by white supremacy. She gets her dollars from her white supremacist paymasters. And as she gets her money from her white supremacist paymasters, she looks to get rich at your expense. No different than Ice Cube was looking to do in 2020 and was shown to us in 2023, I believe, when he went out here and was interviewed by Tucker Carlson. These black celebrities are not looking to help us out in any way, shape, or form. No, they're looking to go out here and look to manipulate you into thinking that they are for you when they are not doing anything for you at all, except going out here and looking to try to influence you to work against your interests. Because when it comes to the political process is something that is outside of celebrities and should be outside of celebrities, because celebrities get their pay from those paymasters, and what they want to do is impede you from getting paid on election day, because election day is supposed to be payday for foundational black Americans in black communities. It's supposed to be a payday where the people who we send with our agenda go out here and bring tangibles back to us. It's their job to go out here and give us what we ask for as related to our tax dollars for our schools, for our roads, for our libraries, and for the quality of life. Unfortunately, when it comes to a lot of black people, because they get so polarized and get so caught up in their emotions, what happens to these black folks is that they wind up robbing themselves by going to vote for whoever these celebrities tell us. And again, the celebrity has already gotten paid, but you're not getting paid at all. And this is the thing that flies over all the people's heads as related to being hotties for Harris. You're looking at this woman, and again, getting caught up in her rhetoric and not seeing how she has no respect for you at all, because that display by Megan Thee Stallion, that minstrel show that she participated in, that was designed to, again, go out here and play to the emotions of the black woman, play to her emotions, and get her feeling, oh, she's for us. No, she was never for you at all, and that was shown by her just ostentatious anti-black displays that degrade the black female image, because there's nothing positive here as related to the black female image at all. No, nothing positive here that shows a sister's being respectable or respected at all by Kamala Harris, because if she truly cared about black women and was aware of the black female image and how it's been degraded, she wouldn't have allowed Megan Thee Stallion to participate in that display at all. And again, a lot of people say, oh, she went to a black college. That means absolutely nothing at all, because even worse, again, here's a woman who's educated in all of the stereotypes about black women, and she allows this display to go on. I mean, that should really have you putting up a red flag as related to her behavior, because again, here's a so-called educated black woman who was educated on the image of black women, and she allows this display to go on, basically taking the black woman's image back to the days of the minstrels of the 1930s, and thinks that this is how you open up a rally in Atlanta, a predominantly black city. I mean, this is embarrassing to watch, and what's even more is embarrassing is you got possibly some black folks out here still thinking that Kamala is for us, not understanding that this whole display shows how little regard she has for black voters and has little regard for black people. But in a lot of cases, you can't tell black people nothing, because they get in their feelings about everything. And as they get in their feelings about everything, there's no reasoning with black people. But when I look at this whole display, again, it's just embarrassing to watch. I mean, embarrassing for the entire world to see that you've got black women out here and degrading the image of black women, and that this is considered optically something positive for the image of black women as a voting bloc. I mean, this whole display basically again shows how little respect Kamala Harris and the Blue Party have for black women, because this basically puts black women in the same degrading image that Joe Biden put black women in when he had strippers telling black men to go out here and take their booties to the poll after watching black women on stripper poles. Again, no respect for the black voter 4 years later, and sadly, many black folks won't connect the dots and see how they're being disrespected by a party that basically thinks that if they get a celebrity to shake their backside, this will win you a vote, instead of looking to talk about your issues, thinking that you can be pacified with entertainment instead of addressing your issues. That is what is really embarrassing about the situation, that the Blue Party still thinks that they don't need to respect the black vote. They don't think they need to respect the black vote at all, because they don't want to do anything to work for their vote, whether it be going out here and looking to scare people with Taraji P. Henson talking about Project 2025, or going out here and getting Megan Thee Stallion to shake her backside. They don't want to sit down and have a conversation with foundational black Americans like myself regarding our issues. No, they would rather go out here and show how little regard for black voters, and then sit there and say, we need to preserve democracy. I mean, why should I work to preserve a democracy that does not respect me? Critical question I'd like to ask all those members of the Blue Party. Why should I go out here and look to preserve a democracy where all you want to do is try to have celebrities scare me like Taraji P. Henson, or have women like Megan Thee Stallion go out here and put on a buck dance and make me believe that you care, because these actions just show the contempt you have for black people, show how little respect you have for black people, how little regard you have for black voters, and how you basically are continuing to blow off black voters. And again, this is supposed to be the base of the party, but you're not looking to do anything for the base because you don't respect the base. And when I look at Megan Thee Stallion going out here participating in that minstrel show on stage, I basically see less reasons to go out here and get up and go take my booty to the pole. No, what I see is a reason to stay home. I see a reason to stay home because all I see with this so-called black female president is that there will be no hope and no change for black people like we got under Barack Obama, and all we would get possibly is more persecution from a Kamala Harris. So I'm not seeing any incentive to vote for Kamala Harris, and I'm hoping many sisters open up their eyes and see how they're being disrespected. I'm hoping many sisters see that this woman who isn't black has no respect for you, and really just understand what's happening here is that with this woman having no respect for you, that you're not going to get anything tangible as related to your issues being taken care of by someone who goes out here and allows a clown like Megan Thee Stallion to go out here and make an ass out of you. Now, if you want to pick up some of my books that feature positive images of black women, you can find those books like Spellbound and many other titles in the Isis and Esteem series, and books like The Fate is an Eternal Night on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them at other online booksellers like Draft the Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you'd like to see me make more videos taking celebrities to the barbecue, you can send a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback at e-readers, Isis, Dark Incubus. The goddess next door gets enthralled in a romantic entanglement with an evil incubus in this all-new Isis series adventure. Get your copy of Isis, Dark Incubus in paperback and e-readers today.
Now available for the first time in paperback, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. Learn all the reasons why so many black women can't find a husband and why 70% of black women are single. Get your copy of Why 70% of Black Women Are Single on Amazon.com today.
Support black-owned and black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.